with us yesterday, you will have seen Mizaki Matsutomo twist her left ankle in their semi-final against the two-time former champions here and the world and Olympic champions Tang Ching and Zhao Yunlei. So this was the semi-final, which was actually a thriller. Hour and 20 minutes. There it was. That was the incident in question. That left ankle badly twisted. And so they went on to win the match. As so often happens, the next day the swelling has increased and the pain has increased, and very, very sadly, Matsutomo and Takahashi have had to give a walkover to Gracia Poli and Nidia Krashinda Maheswari.
And Gracia Poli from Indonesia, and Misaki Matsutomo and Ayuka Takahashi to explain more. Guys, you had a slight injury yesterday, yeah? I'll pass you on to the interpreter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we really glad to tell you that we cannot play the final because of the injury during the last match in the semi-final against Chinese pair. We are so sorry. We really like to play here, but we promise we will come back next year. Thank you.
Yes, well, that's very nicely said. And I know how disappointed Matsutomo and Takahashi will be.
We are happy that we can get win today, and then, but unfortunately that my friends here couldn't play. But you know, I know they are a best player. They are number one. They are number one in the world. So I'm so happy for us. But still, we have to do better in the future. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your prize presentation for the women's doubles.
This was the only final that featured the number 1 and the number 2 seeds.
Sports Singapore to give the awards. Your runners
and because the number 1 seeds, Matsutomo and Takahashi, have given a walkover, it actually means that we will complete 4 Super Series tournaments, the first 4 of this year, without a number 1 seed in any of the 5 disciplines. So that's 20 titles will be won by the end of today, and not one single number 1 seed will have taken a Super Series title so far this year. But for Gracia Poli and Nidia Krashinda Maheswari, their first title of the year, and it's a second Super Series title because they won their first last year in Korea. They were beaten finalists here, Poli and Maheswari, way back in 2009. So a second Super Series title to them. But of course, for Matsutomo and Takahashi, well, they've already won 3 titles this year, including the first 2 Super Series, the All England and the India.
John and Kim Ha, the Indonesian Open 2015 winners, Su Chen.
So before the men's singles final, a chance for us to look at the Destination Dubai rankings. So this, of course, is how they stand after the Malaysian last week. But after this tournament, after his semi-final, Lin Dan will remain #1. And of course, the #8 at the moment, Son Wan-ho, he's in today's final. Now, if he were to win, by my calculations, he could be ranked #2, going up 6 places. If he loses the final today, he'll only go up 4 places to #4. But the current #4, Tian Hao-wei, will definitely move above both Victor Axelsen and Kento Momota. So there's going to be a fair bit of movement after this week's tournament here in Singapore. Well, as far as the men's singles draw was concerned, by quarter-final stage, we only had 4 seeds left in, and only 4 different nations, 4 Chinese players. By semi-final, we were down to 1 seed, the 2-time Olympic champion, Lin Dan. Lin Dan has never won this title, and he's not going to this year either. Top half of the draw, well, a second Super Series semi-final for Ng Long from Hong Kong. But Son Wan-ho came through that. And in the bottom half of the draw, it's the former champion, Sony Kuncoro, who's battled his way all the way through the qualifying to be in the final here once again. So yesterday, well, what a sensation for the qualifier. Sony Kuncoro beating the 2-time Olympic champion Lin Dan in 3 games, 1 hour and 9 minutes for his victory, 22-20 in the deciding game. That was a huge shock and really stunned the fans here in Singapore. But my goodness, didn't Sony Kuncoro deserve that victory?
The Hong Kong champion in 2014, it's Son Wan-ho!
So an unseeded final. Neither player started the week with a seeded position. Son Wan-ho, the Korean, today appearing in his 5th Super Series tournament final.
Sony Kuncoro!
And the man who came through the qualifying for only the 4th time in history, a qualifier appears in a Super Series men's singles final. And of course, only once in history has a qualifier actually won a Super Series title in the men's singles. And that happened to be here 2 years ago when Simon Santoso beat the then world #1 Lee Chong-wei in the final. Well, the last time we had 2 players unseeded in a Super Series tournament final was the Hong Kong Super Series at the end of last year. Lee Chong-wei beat Tian Hao-wei. Happened here last year as well, didn't it? With Kento Momota beating Hu Yun. In fact, last year in the men's singles, there was no seeds left by quarter-final stage. So Son Wan-ho, 27 years of age, although he'll turn 28 next month. He's gone up 1 place in the world ranking this week to #10. He has spent a total of 11 weeks as world #4 in 2 different spells. Now, this is his 6th appearance here in the Singapore Open, and never previously has he gone beyond the 2nd round. But he's had a tough battle this week. In the 2nd round, he had to beat the #4 seed, Victor Axelsen, who was beaten finalist in India. He needed 3 games to do that. And then in the quarterfinal, he needed to beat the All-England finalist, the #6 seed, Tian Hao-wei. That was 1 hour and 19 minutes. And then yesterday in the semi-final, he beat the man who beat the world #1, Chen Long. And the man, of course, who beat Chen Long was Ng Long from Hong Kong. So as far as Sony Kuncoro is concerned, 31 years of age from Surabaya in East Java. Up one place in the world ranking to 56, but he has been as high as 3. It says 4 there. He has been as high as 3 on the 7th of October 2004 to be precise. Now, when he won this event in 2010, he beat Ponsana in the final, having beaten Lee Chong-wei, the #1 seed, in the quarterfinal stage. So this is his route through to today's final. Of course, he's played 2 matches more than his opponent coming through the qualifying, but all of his matches, all 4 matches in the main draw, have gone the full distance. He has been on court for a total of 5 hours, 14 minutes. And of course, beating 2 Chinese players back to back on the way through to today's final is really quite staggering, because Wang Shiming won the final here in reached the final here in Singapore in 2012. Well, this is the 3rd meeting between these 2 players, and honours are shared with the previous 2. Last time they met was in the quarterfinal of the 2010. Yes, 6 years ago, the Chinese Taipei Grand Prix Gold. First time they met was 2007. So Jeetan Bhatt from Australia is our umpire. Makoto Ueno of Japan, our service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Sony Dwi Kuncoro, Indonesia. And on my left, Son Wan-ho, Korea. Son Wan-ho to serve, level, play.
Well, the question mark in my mind is whether Sony Dwi Kuncoro, who's been struggling with a bad back for many years, how much that semi-final against the 2-time Olympic champion, how much that's taken out of him. And indeed, his 5 hours, 14 minutes on court.
Service over, 1-all. Service over, 2-1. Service over, 2-all.
Oh, indecision. It's going to go wide. Well, Sony Dwi Kuncoro may have had to come through the qualifying, and he may only be ranked 56 in the world at the moment. But he's been in a World Championship final. That was in 2007 in Kuala Lumpur when he lost to Lindan. He's a World Championship bronze medalist as well. And let's not forget his Olympic bronze medal in Athens in 2004.
Service over, 3-all.
It's gone wide.
Service over, 4-3.
Son Wan-ho, as I was saying, in his 5th Super Series tournament final. Last time he was in a final, 2014 Hong Kong. He won that. Well, that was almost 17 months ago. First Super Series title was, of course, India 2012.
Service over. 4-all. Play. 5-4.
Well, of course, I mentioned earlier that it's possible that all titles went to players from 5 different nations. That's no longer possible because both Indonesia and Korea have already won a title. Indonesians getting a walkover in the women's doubles and the Korean pair in the mixed doubles, so that possibility no longer exists.
Six, 4.
Well,
7-4.
he may have lost a bit of speed of movement. Sony Dwi Kuncoro. He hasn't lost his skills.
Service over. 5-7.
Yeah. Long rally.
Service over. 8-5. Sony.
Well, that fan was here yesterday evening, supporting Sony Dwi Kuncoro. Oh, I guess right.
Nine, 5.
Competes as an independent player. Now does Sony Dwi Kuncoro, not part of the national training.
Thank you, players. Thank you, players. Nine, 5.
Ah, now Sony Dwi Kuncoro's manager, coach, and happens to be his wife as well. Nadine suffered 3. Got married in the summer of 2009.
10,
Lovely to
5.
see her here, coaching and supporting her husband. That's a great net shot from Sony Kuncoro.
11,
And he
5,
has a 6-point advantage at the mid-game interval. Look how he just gives that shuttle enough height to bring it down almost vertically towards the net cord, and it touches the top of the net and just trickles over. That's perfection.
Seconds, 20 seconds.
Oh Hoon Hui,
Thank you, players.
Korean coach. There he is.
11, 5. Play.
Yeah, he's had to develop
Service
a
over.
backhand now
6, 11.
because of his back injury.
Sonny.
Sonny Kuncoro will often turn and play the backhand nowadays rather than round the head shot. Oh, that's magnificent. Lovely disguise on the cross-court smash from Song Wan-ho.
7, 11.
Now, last year, Song Wan-ho was the number 4 seed at this Singapore Open, lost in the last 16 to Kashyap Parupalli. Oh, it's called out. I always think that's worth a challenge.
8, 11.
Oh, definitely worth a challenge, I think. But too late. Oh, look at that. That is just unbelievable. What great defence.
Service
Takes
over.
it early.
12, 8.
Plays a quick shot. Here's the backhand that I've been talking about. Gives himself time. Look at that. That's outrageously good. Trickery. He hasn't lost his touch, has he? Restored the 6-point advantage. fact, has extended it.
15-8.
Such a clever player, Kuncoro.
Service over, 9-15.
Oh, there you are. That's the curse of the commentator. Talk about his wonderful touch on his net shots and how he hasn't lost his skills. He immediately makes an error. And another.
11-15. Play.
Well, he's allowed his opponent, Song Ho, back into this final. Of course, Kuncoro, 2 titles last year, the Indonesian International Challenge and the Chinese Taipei Grand Prix. Not the Grand Prix Gold, the Grand Prix. This is a huge step upwards, though, on his comeback trail.
Service over, 16-12.
He's already won 4 Super Series titles, Kuncoro. Three in 2008, Indonesia, Japan and the China Masters. The last time he won a Super Series title was here 6 years ago.
Service over, 13-16.
It's gone long.
Service over, 17-13. Service over, 14-17.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, and it's landed in. Well, it's called it. There's a challenge here
Song Ho challenges
from Song Ho. Yeah, you can clearly see the back support ever present with Sony Kuncoro. Crikey, he did well to get that back, didn't he? Here we go. Yeah, well. It's a sidelining question. I think the line judge was right, and so does Hawkeye.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service over, 18-14. Song Ho, 1 challenge remaining.
Well, it's wonderful to see Sony Kuncoro turning back the clock. He's such a delightful player to watch. He's got a court craft that I think is a dying art in men's singles.
18-14.
Well, tried to kill it, had a second attempt.
19-14.
He goes for the kill. That was a second attempt, but it's an easy opportunity for his opponent.
Service over. 15-19.
Well, this is still possible, this opening game,
15-19.
for Son Wan-ho. Oh, that's a beautiful backhand. I told you he'd developed that
Service
lack of
over.
mobility to the round the head corner, and he's now got a
20.
wonderful
Game
backhand.
point.
So his
16.
backhand was never that bad, but it's now superb.
Thank you.
4 game point opportunities. Opening game to the qualifier. The former champion, Sony Kuncoro. 21-16.
Sony Kuncoro, 21-16.
Umpire confirms that scoreline. A little over 20 minutes for the opening game. That's way long, isn't it? Now there's the back support. Ever present. He's been blighted by that back injury all of his career. Now, what can Son Wan-ho do in response to that opening game? Fan.
20 seconds, 20 seconds.
Well, they absolutely love their badminton in Indonesia. And they don't mind expressing that love of the game either. And it's wonderful for us to watch it.
Second game, level, play.
Just wide.
Service over, 1 love.
Ooh, not by much. That's a great kill off the top of the
Service
net.
over. 1 all.
Kuncoro. Well, yesterday in his semi-final against Lindan, it was almost as if he took a bit of a breather in the second game. Lindan seemed to be stamping his authority on the match. I don't think Kuncoro will be wanting to let his opponent back into the match here today in the final. Goes wide.
3-1. Play.
That's the longest of the match so far, I think. Two shots in the opening game, didn't we? Oh, look at that.
Service over. 2-3.
Oh, that's right into the corner. That's beautiful
Service
placement
over.
from Song Wan-ho.
4-2.
Tried the reverse slice to send his opponent in the wrong direction, but he only
Service
fooled
over.
himself.
3-4.
Yeah, well played.
Service over. 5-3. Shuffle. Thank you. 5-3.
Oh, I'll challenge that. That looked wide to me, but I don't think Sony Kuncoro is used to playing with the challenge system. Oh, make your own minds up. Good follow-up, but it was the angle of the smash that did so much damage.
4-6. Sonny. Don't go around the back of the court. Stay on the court, okay?
Well, a little bit surprised by that stat. Brilliant.
5-6. Play.
Oh, that's landed way in badminton terms. What on earth was he thinking
Service
there?
over, 7-5.
It's going out.
8-5.
Well, 5 hours, 14 minutes on court for Kuncoro this week, and only 3 hours, 22 minutes on court for Sony Kuncoro for Song Ho. Very nearly 2 hours difference.
Service over, 6-8. Service over, 9-6.
Oh, yeah. He read the push down his forehand side,
10-6.
and he was very quick onto it. Yep. Good anticipation. Yep.
Service over,
Way long.
7-10. Son, son, son.
Missed it. So,
Service over,
Song Ho
11-7
to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Yeah, you can tell that movement round the head from Kuncoro. Just a little bit stiff. That's why he has the tendency to drag the shuttle wide of that straight line.
20 seconds, 20 seconds. Eleven, 7. Play.
Yeah, another one lands way in.
12, 7.
Oh, that's delightful. Yeah, he's got to use his skills,
Service over,
Kuncoro.
8, 12.
Trying to beat his opponent physically is going to be a tall order. comprehensively outmaneuvered. Nice play from Son Wan-ho.
Service over, 13-8.
Another tough rally.
Son Wan-ho challenges called out.
Now, challenge here from Son Wan-ho. It's always a bit of a risk, I think, on that far back line to make a challenge.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service over, 9-13. Son Wan-ho, 1 challenge remaining. Play.
Yeah, that's well played from Kuncoro.
10-13.
Zito was saying about use your skills, or rely on physicality. Oh, but that's great skills from the Korean.
Service over, 14-10.
Yeah, my goodness me. Suddenly a little injection of pace from Kuncoro.
11-14.
The follow up there, very good indeed after the smash. Oh, there's only 3 points in it now. Points adrift at 7-12. This is an important point. It's a good lift. Yeah, good judgment from Son Wan-ho. Just taking that just wide.
Service over, 15-11. Play.
Perfect, absolutely perfect from Son Wan-ho.
16-11.
Extends his lead now.
17-11.
6-point advantage. Very much looks as if we will be treated to a third and deciding game.
Service over, 12-17.
perfect net shot. Well, maybe I was a little hasty in my prediction. The 4-point deficit can easily be closed. But that's not helping his cause.
Service over. 18-13.
Oh, unbelievable defence. Fabulous play from Son Wan-ho. My goodness me, he didn't just get that back, he got it back with interest. Look at this. That's amazing.
19-13.
How did he control that so well?
Sony. You're walking around too long. No more delay. Next time.
There's no more delay.
19-13.
2 points away from the second game, Son Wan-ho. 1 point away.
20, game point 13. Game.
21-13, second game. It's 1 game all after 40 minutes
Second
of play.
game, won by Son Wan-ho, 21-13, 1 game all.
Well, is this just one match too many for Sony Kuncoro? 7th match in 6 days. Got to take its toll, surely.
Seconds, 20 seconds. Thank you. Son, inside the basket now.
So the players return to court for this third and deciding game. Can the former champion,
Final game.
Sony Kuncoro, turn back the clock once more and win his first Super Series title for 6 years, since he last won here in Singapore in 2010. Or is this just one match too many? 7th match in 6 days. 2 qualifying matches, of course, on the Tuesday, at the beginning of this week.
It's over. 1 love.
brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, it's very fast movement now from the Korean.
1-all.
Look at that. Absolute balance as he played that winning shot. And that's having moved from the front of the court to the back of the court.
Service over. 2-1.
Well, I'm sure many of the fans yesterday thought the same as me when Kuncoro dropped the second game of his semi-final. I thought probably Lindam was going to race away with it because I thought Kuncoro may be a spent force. Well, he's proved that theory wrong
3-1. Son.
yesterday. Can he do so again today? Oh, yes. That's a lovely angle.
4-1.
There was a big gulp of air at the end of that rally from Kuncoro. There's the punch clear. That's the one that did the damage. Set up the opportunity to go for a winner. Mistake. Now, a little over anxious to finish off the rally,
5-1.
perhaps.
Thank you, Son.
Yeah, definitely wide, no question.
Oh,
Well, it's an unbelievable start to the deciding game from Kuncoro. 6-1.
Son. Play.
Yeah, he's missed it.
Service over. 2-6.
And so Ho.
Service
Wow.
over. 7-2.
Maybe thought that the hard work had been done in getting back to one game apiece. Yeah, he's certainly been a little loose with his shots here in the decider. Yeah, that's well played.
Service over. 3-7.
Yeah, you see the extra step forward to the net on his forehand side. That made him slow back to this base position. And he had to dive.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Outmaneuvered, yeah.
Three, 7. The shuttle's over there. Play.
good return of serve. Yeah. Net cord on the return of serve.
Service over.
Force the short lift.
8-3.
Now just watch where he plays the smash from. He's inside the double service line. And then he follows up well. That's short.
Service over. 4-8.
Oh, indecision cost him dear. My goodness me.
Service over.
Terribly, terribly
9-4.
late decision making. Oh, good defense.
Service over. 5-9.
Yeah, defended at least 3 off his body in that rally, So Manho. Oh, that is ridiculous. How on earth did he do that? And a smile from Kuncoro. He thought he'd won the rally.
6-9.
One smash, second smash. That's incredible defense.
Fault.
Oh, a fault is called. Well, I don't think he touched the
It's
net. He
over.
must have taken the shuttle before it
10-6.
crossed over the net. Hopefully we'll see that again. Here we go. Oh, well. Not convinced. Missed it.
Service over. 7-10.
Missed it. He's overdone it. Yeah, I like the theory and the way he was building the rally there, Kuncoro.
8-10.
Couple of punch clears deep into his opponent's backhand corner. Then he wanted to go for the acute angle across court.
Thank you. Eight, 10.
So
Over.
it is the
11-8.
qualifier,
Interval.
Sony
Changes.
Kuncoro, who has the advantage, 3-point advantage, as the players change ends in this third and deciding game. Didn't really seem to stay with the net shot. So Manho.
seconds, 20 seconds.
Well, as the tension grows
Thank
in
you,
this
players.
men's singles final on the practice courts, the players warming up for the last of our finals, the men's doubles.
Eleven, 8. Play.
You see that movement around the head there?
Service
He
over.
just can't arch his back
9,
enough to
11.
be able to control that downward shot down the line. Because of the stiffness in the back, that's why he's dragging the shot wide of the sideline. Oh, that's way in. Surely you've got to challenge, challenge. Come on, Sonny. Well,
10,
that's,
11.
well, that's just ridiculous. Why on earth didn't he challenge that? That's crazy. He does know there's challenges, surely. Oh, we can't see from that angle.
Service over. 12, 10. Play.
That's good judgment. Sony Kuncoro has not made a
13,
challenge
10.
all match. He made a couple of challenges in the second game yesterday in his semi-final. And that's gone long.
Service over.
Has he got
11,
enough fuel
13.
left in the tank to see this match home? Sony Kuncoro, or will the supremely fit Someone Ho just grind him down? Oh, that's gone wide. Yeah, going for these winners early on in the rally is a
12,
sign to me that
13.
he's struggling physically. There's another simple error.
13 all.
Well, all level, one game apiece, 13 all. Well, the court will need to be mopped. That one
Service
called
over.
wide.
14, 13. Stand the clock.
No challenge from Someone Ho. Yeah, it's clearly wide.
Light. Thank you.
Oh,
13.
anyway. Looking a little anxious, isn't he? It's gone wide. Well, they're both feeling the tension. They're both making unforced errors.
15, 13.
No, who can hold their nerve the better. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic angle from Song Wan-ho.
Service over, 14-15. Late.
Oh, it's weighing. My goodness me. Well, the nerves affecting the judgment as well.
14.
This is a huge opportunity, obviously, for both these players. Oh, that's going wide.
Seventeen, 14. Late.
Oh, he watched it so carefully. Right decision. 3 points away
18-14.
from causing a sensation here in Singapore. 6 years since he won a Super Series title.
Late.
Would you believe it?
19-14.
2 tantalising points from the title. One point required.
Match point 14.
Who could have possibly predicted this? 6 match point opportunities for a man who started the week in the qualifying. He's done it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a challenge
Song Wan-ho challenges
on this
for
last one, but it was
him.
so far in. And this is a little bit of a shame because it takes away that moment of victory. It's clearly in. Clearly in. And Sony Kuncoro wins a 5th Super Series title 6 years after his 4th. His 4th and 5th in this very arena here in Singapore. 21-16, 13-21, 21-14 deciding game.
21-16,
Yes.
21-14.
Congratulated by his wife. An hour and 2 minutes. Well, what a story. What a comeback. A man who's been in the wilderness, struggling and struggling against a failing body, He's fought the injuries. He's fought the depression of not being able to play to his capabilities. And here he is at the OUE Singapore Open. He takes the title once again, 6 years after his last Super Series title here in Singapore. Watches the giant screen for that moment when Hawkeye confirms he is the champion once more.
Sony, 6 years ago, you won here in Singapore. How special is it to win again?
6 tahun lalu kan Pak Sony menang di Singapura. Jadi gimana perasaannya hari ini menang lagi?
Ya, saya hari ini cukup senang ya, cukup bangga karena perjalanan sampai juara ini buat saya tidak mudah. Dari kualifikasi, terus saya bisa menang sama main-main yang lebih bagus dari saya, rankingnya lebih bagus. Itu yang luar biasa buat saya.
It's definitely amazing because it's, I mean, I started with the qualification round and I can make it to this stage and to beat all the other players who are much better than him. So it's definitely something very amazing to him.
How is the back?
Punggung Bapak bagaimana ya?
Nggak usah ngomongin masalah apa cedera, yang penting saya sekarang juara di sini. Saya juga terima kasih buat masyarakat Indonesia, terus kepada istri saya, pelatih saya, manajer saya, all in one, terima kasih. Dan semua masyarakat Singapura di sini juga terima kasih. Masalah cedera buat saya tidak ada lagi, jadi saya tetap fight, ke depannya saya harus lebih bagus lagi.
I don't care about my injury. As long as I win, I'm really happy. And I really thank for all the support from the supporters, his wife, and as well as all the Indonesians. He really thanks for all the support, and all the injury is really, it's not something to worry about.
Okay, ranked number 4 in 2013. Is this 2016? Is this Sony's year? 2016, a big year.
Jadi tahun 2016 ini, apakah ini sesuatu yang besar bagi Bapak?
Ya pasti gitu ya, karena selama ini saya tidak pernah merasakan juara di Super Series, dan hari ini adalah kesempatan saya untuk kedepannya menikmati juara-juara lagi, dan saya akan berusaha lebih bagus lagi.
It's definitely something really meaningful because I haven't been winning Super Series, and this definitely marks something big going forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, it's Sony Kuncoro!
Well, it'll be a push to replicate what he did in 2008, winning 3 Super Series titles that year. Indonesia, Japan and the China Masters. But my goodness, hasn't it been a delight to see Sony Kuncoro back to his best form.
And now it's time for your prize presentation for the men's singles. Giving out the plaque is our guest of honor, Miss Grace Fu, Minister of Culture, Community and Youth. your runner-up, and what an excellent final it was. Put your hands together for South Korea's Son Won-ho.
Well, for Son Won-ho, a fifth
And your winner,
Super Series tournament final today, but a third
Kuncoro.
time that he's had to settle for second best. For Sony Kuncoro, a fifth Super Series title, 6 years after his fourth.
Dr. Stephen Riadi, Executive Chairman of OUE Limited. Well done, Sonny. It's Son Won-ho from Indonesia, Sony Kuncoro.
Kuncoro, 21-16, 13-21, 21.
So before the men's doubles final, a chance for us to look at the Destination Dubai rankings after the Malaysian Open last week. Now, the winners last week in Malaysia will remain number one, Kim and Kim from Korea. But the number 2 and 3 ranked pairs will swap places after this week. Last year's champions here in Singapore, Pratama and Suwadi, will go up one place. But Lee Yong-dae and Yu Yong-sung, who were semi